that should do the trick. Okay, that looks good. Where is my camera? Okay. What is going on? Okay. So that says we are on. That says we are on. So let me bring Instagram into the mix here. And we'll get going. All right. Live on YouTube, live on Facebook, and live on Instagram. Welcome, 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 everybody. Hello. Been a while since have done a live stream on all three at the same time. So this was a little different here. Reason I decided to do live on this is because a few weeks back I actually posted the video of the 2021 Grunt Tube Challenge, and I was going to let that run for a couple of weeks, and then was going to record a video with the results. But unfortunately, I got hit with COVID. That took me down for quite a few days, and so I decided, let's just jump on here and do this live. So that way you guys can comment, you can see exactly how everything shook out, and we can talk about the tubes. So, all right, here we go. First place, receiving 65% of the votes, was tube number 6, and tube number 6 is the Antagonizer from Mile High Note Game Calls. One thing I really like about this call is the size of the flared end on it, but also one thing about this tube is it gives just the right amount of back pressure, and what that back pressure does is that back pressure helps you with note transition, note stability, and to me the Antagonizer does that really, really well. And one of the things that I really liked this year when you guys were voting is you weren't just putting down a tube number. You weren't just saying, oh, number 6 or number 3. You guys were actually sitting there commenting on it. You were, flat out saying, oh, tube number 6 and tube number 3 are really close, but I like the bottom end on number 6, or I liked the barks on number 6. It sounded exactly like a bull I've been chasing, and I thought that was great. A lot of you guys really commented. So, all right, first place this year, 2021 Grunt Tube Challenge, with 65% of the votes, is the Antagonizer from Mile High Note Game Calls. Okay, second place, received 22% of the votes, is the new Metal Tube from Phelps Game Calls. One thing I like about this tube is the notes. I mean, they are pure, they are clean. The aluminum doesn't have any vibration like plastic tubes will, so the sounds that you're actually producing, those are the legit tones that you're getting from the reed. This past weekend, went up and set up elk camp, went out and did some fishing Friday night and Saturday night just to see if you could hear any bugles, and really liked the tones that the Metal Tube from Phelps Game Calls produced out there. So second place, 22% of the votes, Metal Tube from Phelps Game Calls. Okay, third place with 11% of the votes was tube number 5. Tube number 5 is the Rump Shaker from Wapiti River Outdoors. This is one of the larger tubes in the lineup this year. But the one thing that the Rump Shaker does really, really well is it produces really good bottom end. And that bottom end, that gets you your deep growls, that gets you your good finish on your bugle, that gets you your thump on your chuckles. So, okay, third place, tube number 5, Rump Shaker, Wapiti River Outdoors. Okay. Others receiving are the other 3 that were in the lineup. Tube number 1 was the tube from Smith Game Calls. Again, one of the larger tubes in the lineup this year. I don't know what it is about the Canadians, but they like those larger tubes. So, okay, tube number 2 in the lineup was the bugle from Liberty Game Calls. So very, very soft cups, which make it very comfortable to use. The other nice thing about this is you can extend it out to give it a different tone, but it is the only flexible one in the lineup this year, which means it's the only one that you can manipulate which way you're throwing your sound without turning your head or anything like that. And then finally, tube number 4 was the Bull Basher from Rocky Mountain Hunting Calls. So again, this is the Bull Basher is brand new for this year. It is part aluminum, part plastic. So excuse me guys, sorry. It kind of gives the best of both worlds with that plastic and aluminum. So there you have it. There are the 6 tubes that were in this year's 2021 Grunt Tube Challenge. Again, thank you to everyone that voted. Again, I apologize for the delay in getting the results out. Wasn't anticipating getting sick and getting knocked down that way. So again, for those of you just jumping in, the tube that received, I'll go through the top 3 again. The tube that received 65% of the votes, that was the top vote getter, was tube number 6, which is the Antagonizer from Mile High Note Game Calls. They are working with scree gear now, so they just changed their cover over to the scree pattern. This will actually be the tube that I will be carrying this weekend. So in second place with 22% of the votes was the Phelps Metal tube. Again, really, really good sound. I'm going to be jumping back and forth between this tube and the Antagonizer this year. And then in third place with 11% was tube number 5, which is the Rump Shaker from Wapiti River Outdoors. So, all right, guys. So there you have it. There are the tubes in the 2021 Grunt Tube Challenge, along with the results on how the voting panned out. Again, thank you to everyone that voted, and especially those that took the time to put comments in and talk about what they liked about each tube. What that kind of shows me is you guys are really, really paying attention, because I know I talked to a couple of people, they had to watch it 4, 5, 6 different times, with headphones on a computer, just to really hear the differences. Because in any of these tubes, I mean, as you guys could tell in the video, any of these tubes you can be successful with out in the woods. So, but my personal favorites in this year's lineup are the Antagonizer and that new metal tube. So, all right, guys, today's opening day. Season is here. Best of luck to all of you guys. Thank you to everyone that jumped in live with me tonight. I know I didn't really throw it out there that was going live. This was kind of just a last minute, jump on here deal to do this. So, all right, as always, guys, keep calling, keep practicing. More importantly, though, have fun. We'll see you guys on the next video, brought to you by Elk Calling Academy. See you later, everybody.